Guys, I'm so excited to welcome you back to the next episode of Liftoff.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10.
As you guys know, Liftoff is our opportunity to interview special guests, and today we have a very special guest all the way from New York, and check this out, this is our first time to do it in the Just One Dime offices here in Austin, so I feel blessed. You came all the way from New York to Austin, and Vicky, she is the marketing manager for Payability. She's gonna tell you what she does, but before she does that, if you are a seller on Amazon, watch this to the end, and I'm gonna tell you there's two reasons. Number one, we have a little bonus special for you at the end, but you have to watch it to the end to take advantage. And second, you're gonna learn a ton about how not to miss out on opportunities and how to manage cash flow when it comes to your Amazon store. So Vicky, tell us what you do.
Thanks for having me, Seth. This is great. It's great
Absolutely.
to be in Austin. I work for Payability. We are a financing company exclusively for Amazon and e-commerce sellers. We provide sellers with both daily payments and capital advances, which gives you up to a month's worth of payouts in one lump sum. So again, you can jump on that big opportunity. And what makes us different from a lot of different financing options is that we don't check credit or ask for bank statements or anything. We just connect to your Amazon account, and we take a look at your sales performance and account health, and we give you financing based on that. So we really reward you for being a good seller, and we can get you money in 24 hours.
What I love about what you guys do, Vicky, is you address one of the biggest challenges that Amazon sellers have, and that is cash flow. You guys know how it feels to have all your cash stuck in inventory, and you're running out of inventory, but you need cash to buy your next thing of inventory, and you're waiting for that next payment from Amazon. So if you're on the bi-monthly or the 2-week cycle of payments, can you tell me a little bit how will it help me with my Amazon store, the people watching, what does that do? How does it break it up for us?
So as you know, marketplaces such as Amazon have really created unlimited demand, but most financing options are still, very limited, especially if you are, a small business selling on Amazon that's been in business for less than a year. So what we do with our instant access product is we get sellers paid every day. So we'll advance you 80% of yesterday's sales today.
Oh, wow.
The remaining 20% stays in a reserve to cover returns and chargebacks, so you don't end up owing money at the end of the pay period if there's returns or anything like that. And then we release that to you on Amazon's regular 2-week schedule minus our fee.
That's amazing. So for example, if $3,000 came in yesterday, then 80% of that is going to go into my bank account.
Yep, very
That's
next day.
incredible.
Very next day.
80% of that. So I can take that cash and I can use it however I want.
Yep, you buy inventory, shipping materials, jump on every opportunity you can to buy inventory.
What's really cool about this, you guys, is Payability has created a solution to one of the biggest needs, as Vicky mentioned, and that is the need to keep your company running by funding it. You need money for it to stay alive. It's you can't. It's like raising a child. You can't raise a child off nothing. They need food to eat. Well, imagine your business is sort of like you gave birth to this little kid, and now you need to feed this kid to keep it alive. But if your cash becomes frozen in inventory, in other words, it's stuck, and when you do get it back, you're waiting every 2 weeks, it's gonna create a problem for you. Because now how do I have the cash to go buy more inventory, to market, all these different things I need it for to keep the business flowing? So I think what you guys have created is amazing.
Yeah, especially for sellers, like yourself, that are looking to stay out of debt, or don't want to put a ton of inventory on a credit card, not knowing exactly when you're going to pay it off. You can pay off your credit cards every day if you want with this type of product, and you don't have to take that risk. It really takes a lot of the risk off you. And we find that sellers really are able to take more risks on inventory, sell more of different products when they're using Payability. So it really helps sellers grow and scale their businesses in so many other ways. You're not worried about cash flow every day or thinking about where that money for inventory is coming from. So you can focus on other areas of your business that are really a lot more fun.
Yeah, I like how you said earlier when you introduced this, you said that the traditional way is, so if you want to get money, you have to go get your credit checked, or they have to do analysis of your finances. But you said you just look at the health of the Amazon account. What are some of the indicators of that you guys look for a healthy Amazon account in order to be able to qualify to work with you guys?
So a lot of what we're looking for is consistent sales. You're consistently selling for at least 90 days. And we're also looking for, are you sending out products on time? You don't have any fraudulent complaints, stuff like that.
Gotcha. So a healthy account, which means it makes sense for you guys. And you guys know you need a healthy account anyways if you want to succeed on Amazon, because your relationship with Amazon is super important. So I love what you guys are doing. Like, this is amazing. You're taking cash and you're allowing it to run quickly into the company.
Yeah, we also have the Payability seller card, which is kind of like a business debit card, where you can get your daily payments even faster on the card. So every day when your 80% of yesterday's sales are available, they're available right away on the card, and you can either spend it on the card, get up to 2% cash back, mitigate some of those fees, or transfer it to your bank account. All of it, a portion of it, it's totally up to you.
So it's sort of like a debit card connected to my Chase Bank, for example. So it gives me access to the money that is where? So the money I'm getting, the 80% is coming directly to my bank account, right?
So it'll be in your Payability account, and then you can either spend it on the card or transfer all or a portion of it to your bank account.
So you guys are like a bank then?
Not really like bank. No, you're just like an alternative financing solution. But think of it as like a debit card for your Amazon account.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's directly connected to your Amazon your Amazon sales.
Gotcha. So that money that's coming when Amazon send those payments, they're sending it directly into my Payability account?
So when you sign up for Payability, you change your banking information to another bank account that is it's still a bank account that is in your name,
right?
But the money will directly go to us, so it's in both Payability and the seller's name. So basically, what happens is essentially the seller gets paid by Payability, and then we get paid by Amazon to recoup the funds that we've advanced to you.
I got you.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. So even though Amazon's only sending those payments every couple weeks, you are allowing us to take 80% of what we made, because you have access to the account. You can see the money that came in and immediately get that, technically from you guys, right? That makes sense. So basically, guys, what this does is Amazon no longer controls that money for those 2 weeks. You get access to that money, but through Payability, which is awesome, because that frees up your cash flow. I want to talk just for a moment about the cost of a missed opportunity in e-commerce, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this as well, Vicky. I'll just start by saying, guys, a lot of us are thinking about, hey, I'm going to go out and make money so I can have margin, which is awesome. That's great, but thinking about it doesn't create any results. Talking about it doesn't create any results. You have to act. And every day you wait to act, whether it's to start your Amazon store or actually to change up your strategy so you do have cash flow like Vicky's talking about, it's not like you're waiting till the right moment. It's more like you're missing an opportunity, because I could talk to you for the next hour to 10 hours probably about successful Amazon sellers with just one dime, and I'm sure you could do the same with Payability, who are making a ton of money. This isn't some pipe dream. This isn't some promise to make you feel all good. No, I'm talking about people who are building freaking wealth. They're doing it because they're acting on it. Could you talk a little bit about this? Because I think at the end of the day, we're here because we know the opportunity that Amazon creates. And you mentioned e-commerce. I'd love to hear about other platforms. Is so massive. So
yeah, the high cost of a missed opportunity or even a stock out, as you probably already know, is massive. If you stock out, you're not only losing sales today, you're going to lose your rank within Amazon. You're going to lose sales tomorrow and maybe a month from now. So you want to keep feeding the beast. You want to keep putting inventory in and growing your business that way, because you're not going to grow if you're stocking out or missing out on opportunities to buy inventory, at a good price. For example, if you're selling a really hot product on Amazon, there is only a small period of time where you're going to be one of the only sellers selling that product. Eventually, a ton of other people are going to figure it out. So you're going to need to sell as many of those products as you can. Fidget spinners were only cool for so long. So
like 2 days?
you should have sold as many fidget spinners as you possibly could 2 or 3 years ago, because you're not going to be selling them now. So that's really where financing solutions and daily payments come in to optimize your time of being, one of the only sellers selling a really hot product on Amazon and making you the most money. So that's a great example of, a missed opportunity. It's great that you're selling a hot product, but if you're not selling every single one that you can possibly sell, you're not optimizing your business the way you should be. So, you should really look into a financing solution, whether it's getting paid daily or, Amazon lending or whatnot.
And that's the reason a lot of people, they don't start, is because I don't have the money. And they struggle with that. Is that something you guys address at all from the beginning, or is it more once they're up and running, boom, you're helping them to keep that cash coming in?
So we don't help people start up their businesses with financing. You do need at least around 90 days of sales history and around $2,000 a month in sales to get started with our daily payments product.
Gotcha.
Since we're not looking at credit, we are just looking at your Amazon account stats. So we do need that.
Which is a massive opportunity, guys. It's huge. Yeah, it makes total sense. So we'll help you get started. She'll help you get that cash coming in.
And you just keep those products on the shelves, never stock out, optimize your business that way.
By the way, I do have some fidget spinners. There's like 10,000 of them back there. Do you want to bring some home? I'm joking. I never invested in those. Okay, guys, I want to share one real quick story with you guys. I do want to scare you. Okay, so this guy, he launched his product. It was doing really well. Over 40,000 a month, anywhere between 30-40% profit margins. And he's a just when I'm student. This is on one product, by the way, no variations, one product. He ran out of inventory and he had a cash flow problem. Wasn't using Payability, by the way. You guys should talk. And so he had to wait to have enough money to buy his inventory. Well, when he ran out of his inventory, someone else latched onto the listing as a hijacker. They're good friends, we all know about them. And they forced the listing open because someone else is on the listing, it couldn't close, which means his BSR number is starting to go up, which means his sales history is going down. Which means once he has inventory again and launches, he has to spend a lot of money on PPC trying to rank again. If he had Payability, this would not have been an issue because he would have had the money needed from his last 2 weeks of sales to generate or to make that transaction and pay for those goods from China. So I just want to tell you guys, cash flow is huge. If you have enough money to start, that's awesome. And we teach you how to do that. But if you don't have enough money to keep going, if it's not liquidated, if it's too frozen and not liquid, that's going to really frustrate you and create issues for your business. And that's why I love what Payability is doing. You guys know this. I'm super picky about who I have on the Just When I'm show. Vicky's here because they're legit. They're at e-com, they're awesome, and they know what they're talking about. Do you have like 1 or 2 success stories you'd like to share with our members about how Payability has helped people?
Sure. Yeah, we actually just shot a video. You can check it out on our YouTube channel with a company called 5 Strands Affordable Allergy Testing down in Atlanta. They have a very awesome allergy testing product that's bringing affordable allergy testing to pets and people. No doctor's visits, just a few strands of hair that you send to them. And they've grown immensely using our daily payments product. They've been able to offer health insurance to all 8 of their employees and pet training, by the way. They all have pets that they bring into the office. Nice. And they have also been able to scale their business their way. They have not taken on any outside debt or investors, just the daily payments, and they've been able to grow immensely. So that's a great example of a huge success story.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love what you guys are doing. Thanks. I got something for you guys. I promised you at the beginning, so here you go. If you go to this website, you ready? go.payability.com / you ready for it? Dime. I have no idea why dime's in there, but anyway, go.payability.com / dime, and you sign up with Payability. You will get $200.10 cash just to help you with your business. Typically, it's what? How much do you guys usually give away at the beginning? If there's a deal.
Sign-on bonuses, sometimes $100.
Okay,
yeah.
So you guys are getting double plus another 10 cents. Yeah, I get that. Took me a while, but I get it. The 10 cents.
It's just a dime.
So $200.10, and your instant access fee is only 1.75%, which it typically is
2%.
2%. So guys, if you, again, I'll give it to you one more time. Go to go.payability.com / dime and make sure you sign up with Payability. They can help you take cash and make it more liquid. Here's one thing to think about before we go. By doing this, by making cash liquid, and I could never have said this, Vicky, even 3 or 4 years ago, by making it liquid, you can make more money. So this isn't a thing like, oh, I gotta pay more for my business. No, we're talking about having cash so you can run your business, so you can make more money, so that you have freedom and margin to do the things you love with the people you love. Vicky, is there any last words of encouragement you want to say to people out there? Some of them are struggling, some of them are booming, some of them are thinking about starting. What would you say to them? Anything at all as they're continuing to pursue their dreams through Amazon?
Go out and do it. Buy that inventory. Take advantage of every opportunity in front of you, because Amazon is just going to get more and more competitive. So really optimize the time you have and take advantage of every single opportunity to buy inventory, because you're gonna kill it.
That's right. You absolutely are. And Vicky, thank you so much for being here today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. Click the link below. It gives you more information. You guys get out there and go fire your boss.